Welcome back. This is part 3 of prepping the turkey pan after getting it cleaned out. So we just gotta tape everything out. I've taped where the injectors go at, where the coil bolts go at, the coolant line, the sensor, and the intake runners on the bottom. They're all plugged, everything's covered up. So I'm gonna throw some paint. I'm gonna be using Duplicolor, some engine paint. It's withstands heat up to 500 degrees, so I'm gonna use this one. This is the same paint I used on my intake, also for my truck. Let's see if you can guys get it. Oh shit, this doesn't want to focus, but I got it off of O'Reilly's for about $6. So I'm gonna start laying in some codes, and I'll get back to you guys once we get one of the first codes, and then I'm gonna go to the second and third code and leave it on the sun for it to dry up. Okay, so that's the first coat of paint. Just a little over it. It's like a silver, shiny silver. But once we're done, once we do at least 2 to 3 coats, once everything's pretty packed up in there and dry, it's gonna look pretty damn good. So stay tuned. I'll be back on the next coat. Okay, so this is the second coat I did on it. I went a little bit heavier on it just to get some of the places that it's more like on these edges and on these sides. So I went in there and went a little bit heavier on the paint. But the outcome's going, it's looking pretty good. So like on these spots up here, you could see them, but man, it's looking pretty damn good. I don't know if you guys see it with the sun, but it's looking great. And right now there's not any wind outside, so it's like around 101 degrees here in South Texas. So it's gonna dry pretty quick, but it's coming out pretty good, guys. I left some of the bolts in there just because I don't want to lose some of them. I took the other ones out, and like I said in the video, like I left this one too. That's where the alternator goes, and the guard on top. So it's coming out good, man. It's coming out good. Bottom is getting painted too. Everything's getting painted. So once I do the third pass, that's gonna be the final one. We'll come back and check it out, guys. Stick around. Okay, so I was thinking, you know what? Let's just do phase 3 all together. So you can guys see what's up. I'm gonna start on the bottom. Work my way around towards the left side. Try to get it on the edges. Works a little bit harder to get. Jump into the top. Do the bottom of the turkey pan too. Let me do this other side. And turn it around. Let's go around town. Hold on. Like I said, I was just gonna go a little bit deeper on this one. So this is the last coat we're doing on it, so I'll do the bottom once I pick it up. So that's good. It's shiny. Ceramic. Just imagine the blue blower, it's gonna stand out, man. Silver, blue, it's gonna pop. So I'll come back once we start with the blower and the elbow. So stay tuned, guys. So I was thinking if I should paint this or not, but I am, because we're gonna get this thing, I don't know, like I said, blue, black, red, or whatever. But I'm gonna paint it silver too, so it can stand out. So it's gonna be like the intake's gonna be silver, then the blower, just for an example, blue, and then this blue, and then this silver. So it's gonna look pretty good. It's gonna stand out because the cold air intake's already black, so it's gonna look nice. So I'm gonna paint the throttle body, and I already got it taped up. So let's go. This is the final result. This thing came out pretty good. Let's look at the throttle body. Just look at that. Came out great. Already set the intercooler in. Got the turkey pan in. So everything's still covered up. I'm gonna leave everything still covered up. So, but that's the final result. Yes, this is the duplicate color engine. Withstands heat up to 500 degrees. Resistance to oil and fluids. Ideal for engines, blocks, and accessories. So this is the one I used, and it works pretty damn good on my truck. It still shines the same way, just a little bit of dust in it, but that's the final result, guys. Next we'll see what color we're gonna paint the supercharger. So these are the colors we're gonna go for. This is the primer we're gonna use for the supercharger. It's seals, prime surfaces, and improves gloss. So it's pretty good. I used it before, and it's pretty damn good. That's the part number. It's gray primer, and this is the blue for the blower. It's duplicate colors. Also, you can get these at O'Reilly's. That's where I got mine, and they stand up to 500 degrees. And then this one's gonna be Ford blue. I think it's like the newest, like one of the newest blues, but it's gonna be kind of like maybe the Shelby blue from the engine. So we'll see how it turns out. But in the meanwhile, my brother, he cleaned out the blower and taped everything. So I already did one coat of primer, so I'll show you guys the process. So that's where we're at right now with the blower primed, and also the coolant water line where the thermostat sits. So that's where we're at right now. A bit of prime. I'm just gonna wait for this to dry up, and I'm gonna do another coat. It's gonna be 3 coats of prime, just to have enough prime so the paint won't start coming off or like looking like very weird, making bubbles and stuff like that. So once we start with a blue paint, we'll come back and I'll show you guys the results. So stay tuned. Okay, so we just it's the first coat, light coat of the blower. You can see, I'm gonna close it up so you can see the gray, the prime on the bottom. Coming out pretty good. So far it's coming out good. Duplicate color, Ford blue, O'Reilly's Auto Parts. You can still see the silver on the bottom, but it's because the first coat and it's light. Show you guys around it. But yeah, we'll come back on the next coat. So we're gonna do the second coat. I just wetted the ground, so there's no air, nothing's flying around. So I just for precautions, I just wet the ground for any dirt flying around. So so we're gonna go with the second coat. Show you. Whoops. All right, let's go. I'm gonna go in a little bit kind of deep on the second coat. It's just a little bit of wind, but it's not enough for. Okay, so now I'm gonna stop the video because I gotta lift the blower and paint the bottom of the snout. So it's looking good as far as now. It's looking pretty good. Comment down below what you guys think. So it's looking good. We'll be back on the third coat. So we just finished the third coat. That's the last one we're gonna do. I'll show you guys what it looks like. You can hear them birds flying, crows. We also painted with the thermostats if that. So it's shiny. And we got the plenum up here too. And the auto control valve. This is gonna be ready to go to paint. I did 3 coats of a primer on top, and we're gonna also paint the auto control valve. This thing was pretty, as a stock one, like it's the original one, so we had to paint it too. So that's the next step on this process. We'll come back once I start painting everything and have everything painted. So stay tuned. So this is where we're at. Look at that contrast color. The intake on the bottom, silver. The blower blue. The elbow silver. What do you guys think? I think it looks fucking badass. Excuse the language, but I think it does. It's gonna stand out once we open the hood, or we're at a car meet or something, or the track. So I just love the way it looks. I think it came out pretty damn good. Let's see it from this way. So that's gonna be it for today. Sun's going down, and I'm just gonna let this sit for about a day, full 24 hours, maybe 2 days. Let it dry. And the next video we'll be putting everything, assembling everything back on the Lightning part by part, explaining everything we have to do to take off and put back in. But man, it looks good. Damn, it looks good. So thank you for watching, and please comment down below what do you guys think, if the combination of the colors looks good. But until next time, bye bye.